Hey PTE aspirants! Welcome back to our channel, your go-to place for mastering the PTE academic and PTE core. In today's video, we're diving into a fresh Retell lecture practice, just like you'll face in the real exam. I'll play the lecture first, and then you'll hear the perfect model response, so you can boost your fluency, content, and pronunciation scores. Make sure you grab a notebook for keywords, because this is your moment to practice like a pro. And hey, before we dive in, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a single practice session that could make all the difference in your PTE results. In urban environments, the constant exposure to artificial light has disrupted our natural circadian rhythms, the internal body clocks that regulate sleep and wakefulness. Recent studies in architectural design suggest that smart lighting systems, which adjust color temperature throughout the day to mimic natural sunlight, can significantly improve employee well-being and productivity. By exposing individuals to cool, blue-enriched light in the morning and warmer tones in the evening, we can support the body's natural melatonin production. As city living intensifies, integrating these biological considerations into building design is becoming a necessity for long-term public health. The lecture discusses the impact of artificial light on circadian rhythms. The speaker explains that urban environments disrupt our internal body clocks, leading to issues with sleep and productivity. The lecture highlights smart lighting as a potential solution, which adjusts color temperature to mimic natural sunlight. Furthermore, the speaker emphasizes the importance of melatonin production for well-being. In conclusion, the lecture suggests that integrating these biological factors into building design is essential for future public health. Gamification in corporate training. The use of gamification in corporate training is rapidly changing how organizations upskill their staff. By incorporating game design elements like leaderboards, badges, and point systems into professional development, companies have observed a significant increase in employee engagement and knowledge retention. The logic is simple. When learning feels like a competitive or rewarding game, the psychological barrier to tedious administrative training is lowered. However, critics argue that gamification should not distract from the core learning objectives. The goal is to balance the fun aspect with measurable skill acquisition to ensure that the training leads to tangible professional growth. The lecture focuses on gamification in corporate training. The speaker explains that elements like leaderboards and badges are being used to increase engagement and knowledge retention among employees. While noting the benefits of making training more interactive, the lecture also mentions critics' concerns regarding potential distractions. Furthermore, the speaker emphasizes that the key to success is balancing the fun aspects with the actual learning objectives. To conclude, the lecture suggests that well-designed gamification leads to tangible professional growth. The role of third places in urban connectivity. Sociologists often refer to third places, spaces outside of home and the workplace, such as parks, cafes, and libraries, as the bedrock of community life. These locations are vital because they facilitate social interaction and foster a sense of belonging that is often missing in modern, fast-paced cities. As urban development continues to favor high-density residential and commercial towers, the existence of these accessible, inclusive spaces is under threat. If we want to prevent urban isolation, city planners must prioritize the development of these communal areas where people from all walks of life can interact spontaneously. The lecture addresses the importance of third places in community life, which are spaces beyond home and work. The speaker explains that these locations, such as parks and libraries, are vital for fostering social interaction and a sense of belonging. The lecture highlights that the rise of high-density towers threatens the availability of these spaces. Furthermore, the speaker suggests that city planners must prioritize communal areas to avoid urban isolation. In conclusion, the lecture emphasizes that these spaces are essential for creating inclusive urban environments. The marketing industry has shifted its focus from celebrities to micro-influencers, individuals with smaller but highly engaged niche audiences. Unlike mega-influencers, whose content is often seen as impersonal, micro-influencers benefit from a high level of trust and authenticity. For brands, partnering with these influencers offers a more cost-effective way to reach a targeted demographic and generate meaningful conversions. This trend marks a shift in power, where the perceived quality of a relationship with an audience is now valued more highly than the sheer size of the audience reach. The lecture discusses the rise of micro-influencers in the marketing industry. The speaker explains that these individuals have smaller but highly engaged audiences compared to celebrities. The lecture highlights that the main advantages of this approach are trust and authenticity, which mega-influencers often lack. Additionally, the speaker mentions that brands find this method more cost-effective for reaching targeted demographics. To conclude, the lecture notes that quality of engagement is now more important than audience size. Underwater archaeology and climate change. Underwater archaeology is a field that is currently racing against time due to the effects of climate change. As sea levels rise, submerged historical sites are increasingly threatened by ocean acidification and shifting currents, which can accelerate the erosion of precious artifacts. Archaeologists are now using advanced underwater robotics and 3D mapping technology to document these sites before they are lost forever. This work is not just about historical preservation. It is also about understanding human migration patterns and ancient responses to environmental shifts, which provides valuable lessons for our own future in a changing climate. The lecture focuses on the field of underwater archaeology and the threat posed by climate change. The speaker explains that rising sea levels and ocean acidification are accelerating the erosion of historical sites. The lecture highlights the use of underwater robotics and 3D mapping to document these locations. Furthermore, the speaker notes that this research helps us understand ancient migration patterns and environmental responses. In conclusion, the lecture emphasizes that this work provides valuable lessons for our own future. If you found this practice useful, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps more learners find us. And for daily PTE tips, model answers, and prediction topics, subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a lesson. Comment below with your score goal, and I'll share a personalized study tip for you. Until next time, keep practicing and keep aiming higher. You've got this.